I cut the check, I cut the check, I cut the check. Tell my niggas we up next, so we up next. She shot a text, she shot a text, she shot a text. Kill the I might put the different day, put a nigga on that same shit. I've been ballin' with my niggas, Kevin Cambridge. Oh, you drippy, but you better tuck your chain quick.
What's good, y'all, man? We back in with another video, man. Today, we have a very special topic to talk about. I feel like it's been enough games and enough time for us to just like have a first quarter of the season war show. But I'm gonna do it piece by piece. I'm not gonna do it all in one show. So today, I want to focus about the MVP so far, and I feel like we have a lot of MVP candidates, bro. So far, we have at least probably like 10, because a lot of people has been getting off to hot starts, and I can only dwindle it down to 5 people because I wanted to make this video pretty short. But I just want to say out loud to start off, players like Giannis didn't make my list. After yesterday's performance, I wanted to put him on here, but he didn't make my list. I feel like the Suns have to have one person, but none of them made my list because they are on a 10-game winning streak as of yesterday. They're on the 10-game winning streak, but none of them made my list. Jimmy Butler, he didn't make my list. That's about it. Nobody on the Wizards made my list. I feel like the Wizards, they're doing it as a company, not one player is like taking off. Like you see the NBA power rankings for MVP, they had Montrezl Harrell in it, and I didn't agree with that. Even though Montrezl Harrell is probably having the best year on that team, I feel like they're getting their wins by just hooping as a group. It's not one leader. I wouldn't say it's not one leader. It's not one main player on that team, because Bradley Beal has started off this season pretty bad. So I didn't give it to nobody on the Wizards. Nobody on the Jazz got it. And I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Because everybody else was starting off terrible. But that's it. Oh, yeah, and Ja's not on this list, man. The Grizzlies kind of cooled off. So I might be right. They might be falling out the playoffs. But he still has been hooping, but he didn't make this list. But to start off, and it sucks I had to put him this low, it's just everybody else has been hooping, bro. But to start off, I'm happy to see him on here, though. Paul George, bro. And he's the reason why I wanted to bring this video. I was recording a Paul George video yesterday, but my nose and stuff, I could barely talk. I was stuttering. I was like, I'm not uploading this, because I feel like that video would have took off and it would have looked terrible because you couldn't really understand what I was saying. I was stuttering. I made like 50 edits in the video. So I'm like, nah, I'm not uploading that. But Paul George, number 5 on his list. Team started out pretty bad. A lot of people had them falling. I'm one of those people. I had them falling. They started off 1-4, but ever since then, bro, Paul George has tightened up. The rest of the team has tightened up. What's the name? Reggie Jackson's playing to his contract, and they've been pretty fun. They actually been dominating. The last 9 games are 8-1. He's been averaging 26 points, 8.4 rebounds, 6 assists, damn near. 41 from the field, 32 from the 3. When you look at the percentage, don't really pay too much attention to that. He has been hooping. The thing I've been love seeing from Paul George this season is I've been seeing him turn into a leader. And I've been seeing that since last playoffs, bro. When Terrence Mann was kind of having the little breakout playoffs, I seen Paul George like kind of take him in as a brother. Like every time Terrence Mann did something good, Paul George was right there. When Terrence Mann dunked on Rudy Gobert, Paul George was right there. Like he was always around Terrence Mann, and you just see him becoming more of I was about to say a virtual leader. What is it called? A talkative leader. I'm just making it up. It's a talkative leader. Like you see him on the court, bro. He's talking, he's jumping, he's picking up his teammates, and I love what I've been seeing from him this season. He doesn't really look like Indiana Paul George, and I think he looks better than Indiana Paul George. I actually think he looks better than 2018 Paul George. If you don't know who 2018 Paul George is, that's when he was top 3 in Defensive Player of the Year rankings and top 3 MVP rankings. And you could argue he probably should have won at least one of those awards because he was dominating. But the thing I love from him now, and I feel like it's better than he was back then, he's a playmaker now. Like I just said, he's averaging 6 assists. I think that's the highest on their team. He's a playmaker now. I feel like he's a better scorer now. And I just love how he's leading this team, bro. And I feel like, as of right now, he's top 5 in the league in the MVP race. And I feel like this is the best we've ever seen Paul George play. So shout out to Paul George. I know next on this list, man, this is probably the most surprising one, bro. And just judging off what I just said, you probably already know. I got DeMar DeRozan, bro. I have to put him in the top 5. I expected the Bulls to take off like they're doing right now, but I expected Zach LaVine to be the best player. And you could argue that he still is, but so far, bro, DeMar DeRozan has been the best player for me for the Bulls, and he has been dominating, bro. He's been closing games for them, and that's something that I wanted to see him. I wanted to see him go to the Grizzlies so bad, because I feel like him and Ja would have been so nice together. But I'm loving what I'm seeing from him over here. He's kind of taking Zach under his wing, and you can see, bro, he's helping them play winning basketball. They just came to LA and dominated both the LA teams. He fucked this up. Crazy. I think he went into the third quarter with like, 10 points? And he ended that quarter with like 25. Like, he dominated us the whole game. He's averaging 26 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 50 from the field, and he's shooting 35% for the three. DeMar DeRozan is not a three-point shooter, but he has been shooting the three-point shot a lot this season, bro. And that's really encouraging, not only for Bulls fans, for just NBA fans, bro. DeMar DeRozan has been a fan favorite for the longest time. A lot of people said he was washed because the reason why I think people said that, he's playing in San Antonio. Nobody watches San Antonio play basketball. That's why if DeJounte Murray was to get traded right now and go to a team and you see him like be nice and like he's helping the team win, everybody would be like, yo, where did this kid come from? Nobody watches the Spurs, bro. And it's just a fact, bro. Ever since Tim left, ever since Tony Parker left, nobody watches the Spurs. So I think that's a big reason why people said DeMar DeRozan is washed, but I didn't think he was washed, but I didn't think he was going to be this fucking good, bro. Like, 26 points for DeMar DeRozan. Let's see what he averaged last year, because I don't even think he averaged that last year. I think last year he barely even averaged 20. Let's see. Last year he averaged 21, 6 and 4. He had decent stats last year, but I didn't expect him to step it up like he is right now, bro. And so far, bro, he has looked like their best player. I remember people saying when he went to the Bulls, it was the overpay. That looks real dumb now. And judging off how this team looks, bro, I wouldn't be surprised if they make a Eastern Conference Finals run. I hope so. It would be fun because I am a big Zach LaVine fan, a big Lonzo fan. So I want to see them boys win. But Jesus Christ, the way they came out, bro, and Vucevic hasn't even played in like 4 games, and he looked even better without him. That's no offense to him. He started off pretty slow. I don't expect him to keep going pretty slow. But like they look real good, bro. They look real good. They just lost yesterday, but they look real good, bro. So shout out to them, bro. Shout out to DeMar, bro. He's down. All right, so number 3, it sucks, bro, because a lot of people have him as the number 1. I just can't put him number 1, but I wouldn't be mad if you did, bro. He has been on some shit. Jokic, and I think he's looking even better than he looked last year. When you look at the media, bro, they're not going to advertise Jokic that much. And it sucks because, like, bro, he is one of the best centers of all time. I don't care if he's only been doing this for like 3 years. The shit that Jokic does, I've never seen a center do. I did a lot of NBA research. I study a lot of old players. The shit that he does, I've never seen an NBA center do. You can play Jokic as a point guard. He can play any position on the court. He can play any position on the court and be effective. But so far this season, he's averaging 26 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 59 for the field, which is crazy. For a scorer to average 50. I know he's a center, but like he gets his shots from everywhere on the court. For a scorer to average 59% for the field is crazy. 38 for the 3. And I just love how with this team starting off to a slow start, and it's not him, it's the players around. It's the players around him. Like Will Barton, he's the only player that has been consistent this whole season. But like Michael Porter Jr., he's been trash. Aaron Gordon, I wouldn't say he's been trash, but he's just been playing the role that you want him to play. Just be a live threat, play defense. So that's not really helping out on the offensive side a lot with Jokic. And then when you look at the bench, the only player that has been consistent since he's been given minutes is Bones Highland. So shout out to him. But so far, Jokic has been the main piece for this team, and he's the reason why they're 95, bro. I don't know what this stat means yet. I didn't study this stat, but I did see that he has the highest PER of all time. So that's a great thing, I guess. When I learned what that means, that's a great thing. And I know y'all remember that he gave when he pushed, Markieff Morris. He gave Bam a 30. What was it, 30 point? I think he had 25, 10, and 10 in 3 quarters before he got ejected. He gave Bam probably the leader of Defensive Player of the Year ratings right now. He gave Bam 25, 10, and 10 easily. And he only played like 30 minutes. So shout out to Jokic, bro. I do think it's a possibility that he can go back to back. I wouldn't be mad if he goes back to back, bro. It's about time he start getting attention. I had Jokic as my top 5 player going into the season. As far as like when everybody's healthy, I had, what was my list? It was KD, Giannis, Steph, LeBron, and I had Jokic, bro. I feel like the shit that Jokic does, bro, is some shit I never seen before. Some shit that not a lot of people see before. So it's about time we give him his respect. At number 2, we have the Slim Reaper himself and Kevin Durant. One of the most best stories in the NBA of all in the past few years, bro. To have what he had, an Achilles injury and a comeback looking the best you ever looked in your whole career. That's fucking crazy, bro. That's crazy. And I feel like the same thing with John Wall. I feel like the way he looked last year, even though he averaged like lower numbers, I feel like he looked really good. He was shooting really well. And that's why it sucks to see him on the bench right now, not being able to play because they won't play him. And he's fully healthy. It don't make sense to me, bro. It's kind of fucked up, bro, that they have that power to say don't play because we don't want you to get hurt so we can trade you. I think that's fucked up, bro. But going into KD, bro, another player that's crazy efficient, bro. 28 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 56 from the field. And you know the type of shots that KD shoots. He's shooting 56% from the field, 42 for 3, bro. And that efficiency, I just can't get past it, bro. That's crazy, bro. 56 from the field, bro. And the thing that I love from KD is he's rounded out his game. Along with Paul George, he's rounded out his game. Years ago, you would just label KD as a scorer, one of the best scorers of all time, which he still is. But like as of right now, like I just said, he's averaging 5 assists. He's probably their best playmaker. Even though you see James Harden average more assists, the way that the Nets are playing is solely based off of KD because James Harden's playing like shit, and the way that KD is playmaking for this team, bro, I think he's the best playmaker on the team, and I also think he's the best defender on the team, bro. Can guard 1 through 5. Has really put his hat up on defense, bro. I've seen him do charges and shit, some shit that he usually doesn't do. Really been real physical on the defensive side, bro. So shout out to him for rounding out his game. The team started off 2-3 going into the season, and a lot of people were scared. But I don't know, like people like Stephen A. After that one game, they just got blown out by the Warriors. I don't know why they're overreacting. The team is 11-5. It's not like they're trash. KD has them at 11-5. They're decent. They're still good. They're still a top 3 team in the East. They don't need Kyrie, but if Kyrie was to come, it wouldn't be bad, bro. It wouldn't be bad. He had a bad game, bro. But that's why I say don't watch Stephen A. and ESPN at all, bro. They'll just overreact on everything. I know it's for entertainment, but sometimes I just think Stephen A. is not up there in the head. I don't think it. But shout out to KD. I think he's number 2 right now. Number 1, you probably know who it is, bro. Stephen Wardell Curry, bro. Averaging 28 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 45 from the field, which is kind of low for Steph. 45 from the field is low, but it's consistent as hell for anybody else. But it's low for Steph. 40 from the 3, which is also kind of low for Steph, but it's one of the best 3-point shooters in the league for anybody else. But the story of this whole team, bro, and how he's leading this team, you had people say a couple years ago that Steph Curry can't lead a team by himself. And like, look what the hell he's doing right now. They're coming out. They're 12-2. You can say they're beating easy teams, but they beat teams like the Nets, the Clippers, the Lakers, like, and then the other bum teams that they're beating. That's what you're supposed to do, bro. As one of the best teams in the league, you're supposed to beat those sorry teams that they give to you, and that's what they're doing, bro. So they 12-2. He's had multiple 30-point games. He had a 50-point game, a 40-point game. And he's just been really fun, bro. And then a thing that he's kind of added, I ain't gonna lie, Steph Curry's always been a great defender as far as intercepting the passing lanes. But one-on-one, Stephen Curry doesn't look like a lick no more. Like, he's been playing some really good defense. I know y'all seen that clip of him guarding James Harden the other day. He locked his shit up twice. And he's been playing some really good defense throughout the whole season. One-on-one. I'm not even talking about... He probably averages 2 steals. I'm not even talking about intercepting the passing lanes. I'm talking about him one-on-one. He's been playing some really good defense. So shout out to Steph Curry. Shout out to the Warriors, bro. I do think as of right now, they're the best team in the league. I know you keep hearing people say this, but they don't even have Clay back. I'm not even going to bring up Wiseman because how I feel about Wiseman is when he comes back, he's just going to fuck it up. So you might as well trade him, bro. And that's not no hate, no shade to him. But I just don't think his game fits what the Warriors need to do and want to do right now. So I feel like, hey, just entertain that Miles Turner trade, motherfucker. Entertain it, bro. Entertain it, because that fits. I love what I've been seeing from Jonathan Kuminga since he's entered the lineup. I love it. I didn't think he was as good of a defender as he's looked, but he's been looking really good on defense. He looks like he already understands the offense a lot. He sets good screens. They're already trying to use him as a lob threat. So I love what I've been seeing from him. But shout out to the whole team. Shout out to this list, because I think for me, this is the consistent top 5 so far. Paul George, DeMar DeRozan. Paul George has a story. They've been 8-1 in the last 9 games. He's been dominating. DeMar DeRozan, the best player of the Bulls. Bulls are number 2 in the East. So you got to put him right there. Jokic, I mean, the NBA media might not put him at top 5, but he's definitely top 5. NBA fans, real NBA fans, they know that. And then KD, Steph Curry, you don't even have to talk about that. So that's it for this video. I will be back with the Defensive Player of the Year one probably tomorrow, Saturday. So, see you then. Peace out.